This is Point Blank on Eyewitness News. My name is Umaru Sanda Amado. Tonight on Point Blank, President John Dramani Mahama has been busy forming his government. He has named ministers. He is also naming CEOs. We have a list of CEOs that have been named. And in a bit, I'll be bringing in Fred Jabano to tell us who has been appointed to go where. But one of the controversial, or the most controversial one, is the president's appointment to the National Lottery Authority. The letter, green letter, says His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana, has, in accordance with Article 1951 of the Constitution and Section 45(1) of the Ghana Lotto Act 2006 Act 722, appointed you as the acting chief executive officer of the National Lottery Authority pending receipt of the constitutionally required advice of the board of the authority given in consultation with the Public Services Commission. Your appointment takes effect from 15th January 2025. I take this opportunity to congratulate you formally on your appointment. This is signed by Callistus Mahama, Doctor, Secretary to the President. Now, the interesting thing about this letter and why it has become controversial is who it has been addressed to. The address is to Mohammed Abdul Salam Tamale. Now, Mohammed Abdul Salam is former Northern Regional Secretary of the National Democratic Congress. This letter and the appointment has become a subject of controversy over the past 48 hours. Now, the issue is that he's a Muslim and he's been appointed to head an NLA, the National Lottery Authority. Let me speak to him and ask him if he's seen this controversy and what he makes of it. Mohammed Abdul Salam, you're welcome to Eyewitness News Point Blank segment.
Thank you. Good evening, and thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us. Can you confirm that by a letter dated 15 January 2025, John Dramani Mahama, the President, through his Secretary Callistus Mahama, appointed you as CEO of the National Lottery Authority?
Well, not only can I confirm, but I can also tell you that today, Friday, I was at the offices of the National Lotteries Authority to formally resume office as the Director General
Did you
of the National Lottery.
Of the National Lottery Authority. Did you lobby for it, or it was just given to you?
Well, that is another matter. Politics, I cannot say that it was given to me because I lobbied for it. Neither will I say that I was just seated and it's given to me. The very day I joined NDC, I developed ambition for growth. So I see it as a part of the path of my growth.
When you are campaigning for the NDC to be elected with the hope that you may be given an appointment, was the NLA the place you were hoping to go to?
There is nowhere in government that I ruled out as an opportunity. If I'm given to serve, I would not avail myself. Nowhere. As far as the laws and rules of Ghana allows for that system to exist as part of our governance, I expected that I could be given any role to play in government. So far as it is not illegal, I had that expectation.
Okay. Now, this appointment to the NLA, did it come to a shock to you, or it came as an exciting news?
It came as a very, very exciting news to me. Very, very exciting news, personally. Yes.
Okay. Now, the issue in question now is the attack you are facing on social media from Muslims who say, first of all, are you a Muslim?
I am a practicing Muslim. I'm not just a Muslim. I'm a practicing Muslim. But I'm not a fanatic, neither am I an extremist. Have
you prayed Maghrib this evening?
In fact, before you interviewed me, you should have been seeing me on video. I'm in my white jellabia after Maghrib.
Great. The Muslims on social media are saying, and even non-Muslims alike are saying, as a Muslim, you should not take up a position as NLA boss. What do you say to that?
My predecessor is a Christian. I don't know which part of Christianity allows for a Christian to assume that office. I don't.
Salam, sorry, I lost you. Can you say that again? Hello, Salam? Hello, Salam? Apologies, I have lost Abdul Salam, who has just been appointed the head of NLA. I'll come back to him. I'll re-establish connection with him. This is Eyewitness News, the segment known as Point Blank. And I was speaking there to the newly appointed. In fact, I've just seen a photograph of Mr. Salam being in a photo, in a handshake with Sami Wuku, the outgoing, or the man who has just handed over as NLA boss, National Lottery Authority boss, and which means that he has taken the position today. Do I have him back on the line? Mr. Salam, Abdul Salam,
Yes.
you were explaining to me your response to the comments made by Muslims that you have occupied an NLA position. You should not.
I'm saying that comments made by a section of supposed Muslims. There's no Muslim that have teamed up to make a statement against my appointment. You see, religion is such that, spirituality is such that it is between the individual and his maker. There is nowhere in the scriptures, any scriptures, where the judgment on any individual, creation of our Lord, is to another individual. Judgment is between an individual and his Lord. So that is why the religion teaches that we came individually, and individually shall we all return to him. And only God can sit in judgment. Almighty Allah, we are told, is the forgiver of sins, and he is one who enjoys forgiving his creations. Okay? So I cannot find any Muslim under the sun who can stand anywhere and tell me that, my piety is to the extent that I can void that. I have never sinned against my God. So religion has nothing to do with governance. Ghana is a secular state. There's nowhere anybody will say that this person will occupy this position because he's a Christian. And this position will be occupied because the fellow is a Muslim. Or this person because he's a Christian. Institutions of state are supposed to be manned by people deemed to be competent so to do. And the appointing authority deemed fit that Mohammed Abdul Salam at this particular point in time, given the opportunity, can man the National Lottery Authority. And that has been given to me, and I have consented to it. I have sent a formal letter accepting the appointment. There should be no controversy about that.
Do you stake lotto, or have you ever staked lotto, sir?
It is not about sticking or have you ever. In fact, I have received lotto before in my lifetime. I've worked in a lotto office before as an employee.
And you have staked lotto
I didn't see anybody. I didn't see anybody talk about Omar, who in Ghana has never staked lotto.
No,
I don't think there's anybody in Ghana who has never, because people go to MTN and others and they take bonuses.
No. I just want just answer the question. Have you staked lotto? No. You see, when we say lotto, I'm talking about the one in the kiosk. Have you done that before? Have you staked lotto before?
I'm saying that I have sold and seized lotto before.
No problem. But have you gone to stake? Have you gone to stake some at the lotto kiosk before?
No, I haven't done that.
Do you consider lotto sin in Islam?
I don't. Our actions are about our intentions.
Okay, I just googled, is lottery haram in Islam? And the first answer that comes up says, and it's quoting Quran chapter 2 verses 219. And it says, thus does Allah make clear to you his signs in order that you may consider. And the quote continues. It says, O you who believe, intoxicants and gambling, dedication of stones and divination by arrows are an abomination of Satan's handwork. Eschew such abomination that you may prosper. This is Quran chapter 5 verse 90. What do you say to that?
Can you Google about secular banking? What Islam is about banking? And how many of those Muslims complaining has no bank accounts?
But do you agree that this verse of the Quran that I just read to you...
Agreement, Umaru, it's not about agreement. Spirituality, I told you, is between the individual and his God. So I'm not to challenge the contents of the Quran. I'm not somebody who is lettered in the Quran. I'm a Muslim, but I'm not somebody who has read the Quran. I haven't been to any Islamic school.
Since this your appointment
I'm a moderate Muslim.
What does moderate Muslim mean?
Moderate Muslim means I'm not an extremist. I don't cast things in concrete. No.
Since your appointment came up,
practice it.
Since this appointment came up and people kept asking you on social media,
people
not to accept.
You see, people wanted the position, and because the opportunity didn't go for them, they thought they could use this angle as a way of running the person who has been given down, or to that to discourage the person from accepting it.
Have you asked your local imam whether?
I don't need to ask anybody. I am 53 years old. I'm grown enough to take a decision for myself. I don't need to ask an imam.
How does your family feel about this decision?
My family is excited that their family head has been elevated to a position of respect.
If you go to the mosque and people say what you have done is a sin, or the imam tells you, quotes this verse for you, for instance, says that what you have done is sinful, would you relinquish the position?
The imam would have been committing a sin himself, because nowhere does the Quran encourage anybody to directly go and tell somebody that he has committed a sin.
What would be your priority?
I don't think any imam can see me in the face and say, what you have done, you have committed a sin. I would have counted the sins that such an imam have committed himself.
Which means that no going back, no turning back for you, NLA all the way.
If there's anything that I would do, I'm saying that one day if you come to the office, God willing, inshallah, if I'm alive and well, you'll find me working. That's where the focus is. One thing about me is that I'm focused. I'm resilient. When I believe in something, I work for it. I don't need distractions. The most important thing is that I've been given a job. I have to focus and get the job done.
What would be your
what is important.
What would be your key priority at NLA?
Well, I have just taken over the office. I cannot speak to the nitty-gritty issues of NLA. I'm yet to study the handing over notes, and then I can form a strategy around it to look at a vision for the future. Until that is done, I cannot immediately begin to assume I know a lot about NLA. No.
So for now, you are now going to strategize. Are you going to, when you met Sami Oku today, where he handed over to you, did he explain to you what the key issues are and what you should be dealing with?
He handed over notes, volumes of notes that I have to study. If I have questions, it's available for me to discuss.
Thank you so much for speaking to us. Just out of curiosity, though, during Zuhur, Asr, you would go and pray and come back and continue with your
work. I'll pray even in the office. I won't go out. I'll pray in my office.
Which means you would have your sajada in the office.
Sajada and buta in the office. And I'll pray there.
And when
I'm not praying to any Muslim, I'm praying to my God.
And when
the prayer is between myself and my God.
And when it's 5 p.m. and they have to do Wheel of Fortune, that thing, you go and, if there's need for you to go and do it yourself.
In fact, you even see me on television, I'll be seated there.
Will you wear jalabia and hold a tasbih?
I won't wear jalabia. It's not the dress code for the job.
Oh, okay. Alhaji, thank you so much. No, have you gone to Hajj? Can I call you Alhaji?
Oh, well, I don't like the title Al-Hajj because there's no Muslim title called Al-Hajj.
I know, but have you gone?
Addressed to you when you are a visitor in Mecca.
I know, but have you gone to?
The same imam is calling people Al-Hajj.
Have you gone to Hajj though?
Yeah, I've been to Umrah, but I haven't done Hajj yet.
So you're a mini Al-Hajj?
I've been. Yes.
Thank you so much for speaking to us.
I have my visa for the next Umrah during the fasting period. I'll go to Umrah.
Okay, in fact, I was going to dispatch you, but I just remembered something. When Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia went to the church and knelt down, and anointing oil was poured on him, I think, I'm not sure that's what it was, or when he went to Philadelphia's church and he used a shawl to cover him, lots of NDC people took that video and put it up on social media and said, in fact, when Dr. Bawumia went to all-night service, went to crossover night and all of those things, a lot of NDC Muslims were on social media saying he's a kafir. Do you not think you also deserve that title now based on everything that has been said against Dr. Bawumia?
Look, it is a democracy. Let people hold their opinions. I am focused on my work. I'm not worried about anybody's opinion.
Do you think what Dr. Bawumia did Islamically was wrong.
I'm not interested in what Dr. Baumia did. Whatever he did to get power, he lost miserably. And so that belongs to history. I'm not interested in that.
Alhaji, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
That's Alhaji Mohammed Abdul Salam. He is former Northern Regional Secretary of the NDC who has been appointed to head the National Lottery Authority. And lots of NDC members, even Muslim NDC members and other members on social media have been castigating him about this appointment. But he said he's already taken over. He took over the position on Friday, on Jum'ah Day. I should have asked him if he went to pray Jum'ah today. So that's it. Fred, let's